Welcome back to another episode of In the End, There's Always a Disney Guy. But before we get into today's episode, make sure you check out DisneyGuide.com or .tk. It really doesn't matter as usual. You guys already know what to do. And yeah, let's get into today's episode. Now, you guys, as you guys know, Landon, Alaric, and the necromancer, or shall I say the former necromancer, are stuck in limbo. What is limbo? What does limbo mean? Well, I'm about to explain it to you. Dang. So, limbo is basically, well, I don't know if you guys know about, spirits and stuff like that, or spiritual energy. I always say that humans have energy. All humans have some form of energy. It doesn't matter where it came from or what type of energy. All humans have, every human has some form of energy. We're all made of energy. We're not just made out of atoms and blood cells and stuff like that, but we're also made out of energy. It's what gives us the ability to be ourselves. It gives us the ability to move in general. So now let's talk about the limbo state. Well, let's talk about, spirits in general. So if you know, everybody knows that, well, everybody has their own beliefs. Let me start there. Not everybody believes in the same thing. Like me, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. So I believe that as a human, we were born with a soul. And when we die, our body returns back to the dust and our soul returns to God. That's just logic. That makes sense. Um, you're probably saying, why do humans have souls? Well, we need our souls for after death. We need to be able to exist beyond our bodies. Our bodies was just created as dust. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't created for uh what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't created just to be created. Um but it was created because for the use of when we pass. When we pass on, what do you think happens? When we die, like I said, everybody has their own beliefs. I can't really say, for everyone, but when we die, I believe that, yeah, there is a heaven and there's a hell. That's what I believe in. You don't have, everybody believes in their own type of religion. I'm not going to judge or, talk about other people's religion and their beliefs. And we're going to connect this to legacies because one, well, before we could get into legacies, as I was saying, the limbo state, if you don't know what it means to be in limbo, means to, when you die, you don't go to heaven or hell. You're stuck in the middle. Now, why are you stuck in the middle? Usually, I read Bible passages on this is that um, the reason why it is a person is stuck in limbo is because either they're holding on to some sort of feeling, some sort of grudge, and some sort of anger that they left that they had in the world after they died. You can't, ascend to either or with those feelings on your heart. It doesn't work that way. You have to, leave all feelings in the past. That's just how it is. Um, so in general, one thing I've learned when it comes to, spiritualness, I want to explain the human body connected to its soul. Now, you guys know a car. A car needs three main components to operate, and plus others, but there are three main components that it needs to be able to that it needs to be able to operate, or four. You have the engine, the battery, gas, and oil. Those are the four necessary main components for a car to operate. A human is very different. Its systems are very different, obviously. A human needs a brain, a heart, blood, and a soul. You see that? Four main components. Now, the soul is like the person driving the car, they're controlling it. Now, in order for our soul to be able to control it, our body has to be in good working function. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's say, for example, your car breaks down, right? And you can't drive anymore because it's broken down. Your car is just, it's not working. So because it's not working, you have to take it where? To the auto shop. Same for a human body. When our soul, because our soul is, don't you guys wonder how is it that you can see through, like through and out your body, not like inside but through, like you can from where you can see. It's kind of weird to explain, but basically, as I was explaining, is that your souls are like are the thing that's controlling you. It's what's making your hand move. The components in your brain in your body gives your soul the ability to do those things. You get what I'm saying now? I hope those two comparisons work. So our soul is like the person driving the car. The soul is the person driving the car. The body is the basically is the car, basically. So our souls are controlling it. That's how we're able to move our arms. It's not because our brain said. That's not how it works. Our brain gives us the ability to do it because our soul is inside of our bodies. There's a soul inside of us that gives us the ability to control it. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to understand. Like, let me give you another example. You remember when you guys remember in Doctor Strange? I don't know if anyone has seen Doctor Strange, but if you have, you'll know that in Doctor Strange, when he was talking to this boy, right? I forgot his name. When Doctor Strange was talking to this boy, not a boy, but what was his name? No, when Doctor Strange first went into that building learning about magic, he said he only believed in there's no such thing as spirits or energy or any type of existence that's beyond matter, basically. Um, he didn't believe in anything except things that were made of matter, not things that he could not see. And the Sorcerer Supreme, had to show him that not everything originated from matter, and that all humans have some sort of energy. Is what she was trying to, get stuck in his head, because he only believed that planets and humans and stuff were only made of matter. And that's not the case. And that's what she had to convince him of. So what did she do? She removed his soul out of his body. And what did his body do? His body collapsed. It died, basically. Now, why did the body die after the soul left? Let me explain this to you. The soul, basically, let's go back to the car reference, right? Let's say, for example, you're in your car, you're driving, and you just leave your car while it's driving. What do you think it'll do? It'll crash. No one's controlling it. It'll stop operating because no one's in front of the wheel. No one's, controlling it, using its functions, or it's anything. It's stopped. That's how it will work for a body. If a soul isn't there to operate it, it's going to shut down because it's designed to be controlled and operated. Our bodies are by our souls. That's why we have soul. That's why we have energy. You know what I'm saying now? So when she put his soul back into his body, what did he do? He came back to life instantly because he regained control of his body. So not everything is as it seems. And the reason why we're talking about this is because in Legacies, Landon, oh my gosh, you guys know Landon, the one that hasn't been killed off yet. Landon unfortunately died because you guys know that Hope fulfilled her destiny by killing Malivore. And that means killing Landon too. And now all three of them are stuck in a limbo state. Alaric is, Ted Saltzman is. And you guys remember when I was talking about the River of the Styx? Now, I know people don't know what the River of the Styx is, but it's basically a specific river. If you've played God of War, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't played God of War, you definitely don't know what I'm talking about. But basically, the River of the Styx is a place where how do I explain it? It's a place where basically the I forgot his name. Um, I have to research it, but I'll research that in a minute. Well, the point I want to make about spiritual energy, and I know, like I said, I know other people have their own beliefs. Everybody don't believe in the same thing, and I totally get that. I really, 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 really do get that. But I think what people don't realize is that there's more than just matter in this world. This world didn't just originate off of matter. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some sort of belief in something. You know what I'm saying? Because like scientists already always says, and that's what limits their imagination, is that scientists, you guys know that saying about scientists that they only believe in what they can see, not in what they can't see. And I think that's what's been limiting their imagination, because they're only believing in matter. They're not believing in things other in other possibilities or fields. Like I said, some of these planets didn't just originate just out of matter. You get what I'm saying? And I get that, like I said, I totally get that people have their own beliefs. I really do get that. Totally do get that. But my point is that you also have to learn to just maybe a little bit, to open up your belief systems. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, with Landon, oh my gosh, Landon has died so many times. I can't even keep count. Like, for real. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, he's died so many times. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know if he's really dead this time. Well, I'm pretty sure he is, though. But the River of the Styx, in Greek mythology, one of the rivers of the underworld, the word Styx literally means shuddering and expressing loathing death. In Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, the gods swear by the water of the Styx as their most binding oath. Why is the River of the Styx? Well, we're not going to answer that one. That really isn't an important question. What happens if you cross the River of the Styx? After crossing it, 3 judges decided where the dead person should spend eternity. If they've been really good, they were sent to live happily forever in the Eslian fields. If they had been okay, they were sent to the Ashbottle Meadows. But if they had been really bad, they ended up in Tartarus. Yeah. Now, what happens if you swim in the River of the Styx? If anyone bathes in the Styx and survives, that person will bear the curse of Achilles and become invulnerable to most physical attacks, excluding a small spot on their body that, if struck, will instantly kill them. So yeah, the River of the Styx is no joke. Like, I'm looking at these images, and whoo, man, kind of creepy. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, there are a lot of things energy-wise that people don't know about that I think you should try to, understand more about. Like I said, limbo is basically a state where you're just stuck in between, mainly because of your emotions you're feeling from what happened to you before you died. That's usually how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast so you can be updated when any new episodes come out. Thank you for listening in, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And yeah, bye-bye, guys.